I've got a huge amount of credit open with my over 23 different active credit cards, but frankly, I'm still amazed at the new credit lines that I get when I apply for new cards. To that point, TPG reader Blake sent us a message on Facebook. Do you ever recommend calling in to receive a lower credit limit than what is granted to you after an instant approval? Is it advantageous to keep limits lower to make room for more cards with the same bank? To answer your first question, no. I've never called in to ask for a lower limit. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that unless you firmly believe that having the large credit limit will entice you to spend outside of your comfort zone. Some people do have a problem with spending within their monthly budget, and having a huge line could potentially lead you into credit card debt. And with huge interest fees, especially on a lot of rewards cards, you definitely want to avoid that. However, if you are not going to be tempted to spend more because of a large credit limit, I would say just keep it as is for a couple reasons. First off, the more credit you have and the less credit that you use, the higher your FICO score. Now, FICO scores are what most issuers use to determine your credit worthiness, whether it's a mortgage or a new credit card. So you want as high of a credit score as possible. So the more you have open and the less you use, the better your utilization is. And that's a huge factor of your FICO score. And I'll include all the different factors in the post below. Is it advantageous so that you can make room for more credit? So if you ever apply for a card and then the bank says you don't have enough open credit, most banks will let you horse trade, trade around credit lines from other cards. You can always cancel a card. As long as you have a good relationship with that bank and you're paying your bills on time, most of the time you can kind of convince them to maybe give you more credit or to just switch around other credit lines. So I would rather have the available credit with the bank already existing in case credit reporting requirements change and then they get a lot more strict with credit. It's better to have the credit than to try to get it down the line for future applications. So I think as long as you're paying your bills on time, your FICO score is high, even if you don't get an instant approval in the future, you can always work with the credit card company to get that new account opened. That's just my opinion. If you've got any other thoughts on the issue, please feel free to comment below. Make sure you tweet us at The Points Guy with any other questions and like us on Facebook.